Katie, whatever you want to call me, your favorite Michigan girl, and today is the time of the day. I promised I would do it, and you guys sent in a lot of good questions, so here it goes. Today is the Michigan Girl Q&A video. First off, I want to apologize if the quality of the video is worse than normal. I'm actually filming this using my webcam on my computer because normally I use my cell phone to take the video for the vlog, and I think I can only do like 40 minutes worth of video footage, so I just decided for this time, and to make it a little bit easier on me, the screen's a little bit bigger and I can have a little more maneuverable room, I'm going to use the webcam. And the sun just came out, so I might start squinting a little bit. So, again, I am sorry about the quality of the video. And yes, to represent Michigan, I got my Great Lakes, no salt, no sharks, no worry shirt. So, you guys asked a lot of great questions. In fact, questions that I actually had to think about a little bit. So, let's not waste any more time. Let's dive in and get these questions answered. I promise next week, it'll be back to normal vlogging. It'll be shorter than normal. Shorter than it has been in the past, simply because, once again, I am working 5 days a week. I still have one day where I'm working 1 to 6:30, and actually the week after next, I have 2 1 to 6:30 shifts in a row. So next week should be a little bit more, the next vlog should be a little bit more exciting. Tomorrow, the Canopy Walk at Whiting Forest opens, and I have plans to go check that out either the 13th, which is next Saturday, or the 14th, which is Sunday. So I've got those plans. Also coming up in a couple weeks, I've kept teasing this, and I'm finally going to go do it. I'm finally going to go on a massive for me, clothes shopping trip to get some new clothes, people. I really need some new clothes. So if you feel like it, you can give me an opinion about what style, what colors you guys think I should try, and maybe I might see what I can do. So a couple weeks, look up for my major, massive new clothes shopping trip. Also, it's not for sure yet, but I have talked about Bronner's Christmas Wonderland. You guys know I'm kind of obsessed with Christmas. I'm actually going to talk a little bit about Christmas today. I've talked to my mom. We are going to do our best to get down to Frankenmuth this year to go to Bronner's Christmas Wonderland, and also River Place, which is this really cool outdoor mall. Mainly to go get fudge. We're Michiganders. We can't live without our fudge. So we are tentatively trying to make that happen. In a perfect world, we would just be going on a Wednesday. It's the middle of the week. Bronner's is starting to get more busy because it's getting closer and closer to the holidays. However, like I said, that's a perfect world because my mom has Wednesday off. I had actually suggested we go on November 7th, which is the day after election, because I asked for that Tuesday off, and I said, well, we can just ask for, my brother and I can just ask for the 7th off, and we'll just go. And but my mom actually has an exam that day for one of her classes, so our plans have switched a little. We're going to aim to go on a Sunday, which would seem totally crazy because it's a weekend, but my mom's plan is that Sunday we end up going. I'm just going to skip church, and we're just going to leave and try to get there before the store even opens, or right as it opens. We've done that before. We did that one year, I think in 2016, and it worked out really great. So our plan is to leave Midland by like 9:30, because I think the store opens. Yeah, let me see. In case you're wondering, you can go online to Bronner's right now and sign up for their catalog. This is their Christmas catalog. So just to give you an idea of what I'm going to be doing. So they open at noon on Sunday, so we would probably leave about 11. It's only about 45 minutes away. So to give you guys an idea of what Bronner's is like, there's some pictures of the interior of the building. And then these are some of the ornaments. So these are all, this is actually not commercial stuff either. They have a separate website for their commercial stuff. So this is all private home decor. They actually have like everything. They actually have, let me find the section for food. There's the Star Wars stuff. And that's the ornament. I want to get the silver logo one. They actually have, they pretty much have every ornament you could possibly want. So this is just like, this is their catalog, and their catalog doesn't even have half of what they have in store. Their website doesn't even have half of what they have in store of ornaments and gifts and decorations. It is insanely huge. It's the size of, I want to say, like 2 or 3 football fields. Just the store. That's the store. They actually have a warehouse attached to the store that is so big. The guy who owns it actually gets around on a bike. So this is like all food ornaments right here. Everything from a Dairy Queen Blizzard to gummy bears to bacon. They have Bigfoot ornaments. They have. I'm always trying to plug this place because it is literally the most amazing place in the world for Christmas. I actually have that pickle ornament. So this is where I will hopefully be going in a few weeks, and of course, you guys will be coming along with me. So if you haven't, go check out Bronner's Christmas Wonderland online. You can see a selection of what they have. You can also see if you can get the catalog. This is this year's. And like I said, what they have in the catalog and online isn't even half of what they have in the store. Like literally, there are like thousands and thousands of ornaments. Most of which you can only get at Bronner's unless you go to a store where they order them from Bronner's, which is actually kind of common here in Michigan. So this is where I hopefully will be going in a few weeks. So that is in the works. I don't know when exactly, but never fear, you guys will be coming with me no matter what. So, and I already have my outfit planned. I'm going all lightsabers that day. So, enough with the gossip, enough with the chit chat. Let's get with That's all, folks. Let's get to what you guys are probably waiting for, the questions. So let's get started and jump right in. This first question is from True Man, and he is actually one of my readers on fanfiction.net. For those of you who don't know, and I've talked about this before, I'm in the middle of writing book 9 of what is going to be an 11-book Star Wars fanfiction series, which is basically a rewrite from the ending of Phantom Menace to Revenge of the Sith. I created an original character named Annalise, who is Anakin's twin sister, and she's like pretty much his total opposite. And basically, I feel guilty. I'm doing a fix-it story so that all my favorite characters have happy endings. So I'm on book 9, and which is called Crossing Battlefield. So I'm currently rewriting the Clone Wars series, which is totally massive. I just posted an interlude, a shorter chapter this week. I'm going to start working on an episode-based chapter, which is just a rewrite of an episode. The one I am currently working on is called The Devil You Know, which is a rewrite of the Clone Wars episode Witches of the Mist, which is an insanely important episode because it's kind of the introduction of Darth Maul back into Star Wars. And then I have another short interlude, and then I'm going to jump into what many consider a pivotal Star Wars plot point in canon, which is the Mortis trilogy, which is hugely important. And I'm so nervous going into this because if I mess this up, I'm going to make a lot of people mad. So I'm sorry, I'm spitting. So I'm really nervous about this. But True Man, actually, I have my Kindle, so let me sit back on the bed. Oops, sorry. I just came from shopping at Joann, so I'm a little loose. So True Man asks, says, hey, just had a question for you. I got some of my inspiration from you to write my Shani-verse series, as Ahsoka is probably my favorite character. And I was wondering, how far will your stories go? As in, will they end after episode 3, or would there be more? I'm just curious. Well, thanks for the question, True Man. It's kind of humbling to be told I'm an inspiration because I honestly will write a chapter and just think it's horrible. I felt so disappointed in my last few chapters, so I'm actually glad when I get people who are like, hey, good job. So, that's actually a really good question. I haven't really explained to people how far I'm going. Basically, like I said, I'm currently on Crossing Battlefield, which is the Clone Wars. The next book, number 10, is going to be Edge of Peace, which is going to be the rewrite of the movie Revenge of the Sith, which I'm pretty much just tearing apart that movie, which is sad because it's one of my favorite Star Wars movies after The Last Jedi. I'm pretty much tearing apart that movie, and I'm going to pretty much rewrite it from scratch after the opening fight sequence. And then the last book, book 11, is tentatively titled In Sunfield Gardens, and that's going to take place about 5 to 10 years. And that's just going to serve as an epilogue, so where the characters are, what's been going on, and how the galaxy has changed since the end of Edge of Peace, since the end of the Clone Wars. So I hope that answers your question. I am going to do a little bit after Revenge of the Sith. It's not going to be a full-on story. It's mostly going to be what Your Time Has Not Yet Come, what the first story in the series is. It's basically just a one-shot, but a much better one-shot than Your Time Has Not Yet Come. I can't read that and not wince, because that was how bad I was in the beginning. All right, so on to the questions from the YouTube viewers. Sharkwanea, I hope I said that right, said, your videos are an inspiration to me. I don't comment much, but I'd really like to voice my appreciation. The question I would like to ask you is, what are your favorite Christmas ornaments, and can you describe the experience year of getting each of your favorites? Thanks. Keep making amazing and entertaining videos. So, I have so many Christmas ornaments. Like I said, I just got a new Christmas tree yesterday because mine was way too small. I have so many Christmas ornaments. I hope you don't mind if I call you Sharkwa, because I'm sorry if I mess up your name. But I have so many Christmas ornaments that just telling you all about them would literally be an entire episode. And I'm already thinking about taking that week. I'm going to be decorating my room, which is the week of Thanksgiving, and just doing one massive vlog about it. So during that week, I'm going to go through my ornaments. I'm going to tell you the story. When I go get the ornaments out, I'm going to go through the ornaments. I will tell you the story of them, what they mean to me. Some of them I don't remember because a few of them were actually from when I was little. Like I have an entire set of bears from 1989 to the time I was 5. Like 1988, the year I was born, to the time I was 5, which were from my grandma to mark my first 5 Christmases. And so I have a lot of ornaments that just come into my possession through the years that I did not buy, that were just given to me. So there are a lot of ornaments that I can't tell you how I feel or how I got them because they were just given to me. I mean, I have a wreath my wreath my aunt made. Most of my ornaments from when I was a kid were actually given to me by my grandma Sharon. So she was the one who kind of started me on the tradition of getting an ornament every single year, which has been a tradition passed down in my mom's family. So so I can't really describe some of these ornaments, what I got them, what that experience was like, because they just kind of landed in my lap, so to speak. But to give you a preview, I did pull out, these are my fragile Christmas ornaments. So these are 20 of my Christmas ornaments that are way too fragile to put in a box, which is another reason I'm going to save it for a later date because I have like a bazillion Christmas ornaments. So I have some fragile ones here, and they are so fragile that I actually have them in a box with layers of paper towels, and one's even completely wrapped in tissue paper because it's so fragile. So I'm just going to highlight a few simply because a lot of them, like this one, roses are one of my favorite flowers, but this one doesn't really have any special meaning to it or anything. This was like, Bronner's will sometimes do like, you buy so much, you spend so much in the store, they give you a free ornament. So I think that's what this was, and my mom knows I like roses, so she gave it to me. So I'll just do a few, just to give you kind of the scope of what kind of ornaments I get. I have 2 of these. These are reflectors, and the light's really bad. And my mom had some when I was little that I loved. I love reflector style ornaments, and for those of you who are wondering what a reflector is, they're the ornaments, oh, that glare's really bad, where they have like the carving in the middle with like the silver, so it kind of reflects the light. I used to have one from the Ukraine. It broke, so these are the 2 I got to replace it. I can't buy one. So, and really I just look for ornaments that speak to me that I really like. So I got these ones because purple is the color of my birthstone. It's one of my favorite colors, and I kind of really like flowers. And these are both from, I want to say, the Ukraine. So I look for ornaments that are really pretty, that mean something to me, that celebrate my faith. For instance, I have these 2. This one is Mary and Joseph on the way to Bethlehem, which is another reason why I'm going to do this again in November, so you guys can actually see it. This one is the full nativity scene. So I have ornaments that speak to my faith. So like I have this one, which is the ornament for the 200th anniversary of the Lutheran Reformation. So I have ornaments that speak to my faith. I have ornaments in honor of pets I had. This one is, I had a guinea pig named Nishi-chan, Mishara Neptune, which that was what I got when I graduated high school. And she passed away in 2010, and I got this ornament, and I added her name to it and her years. So I have a snowman ornament that an aunt made. I have ornaments that honor my state of Michigan. I have one, you live in Michigan, you live in the UP, because I've actually lived in the UP twice, no, actually 3 times, because Mackinac Island is considered part of the UP. So I've actually lived in the UP for, I think if you put it together, almost a full year. I lived in the UP. I have this ornament, which is really funny. It says love, peace, and happiness. Peace, love, and happiness. My brother has one in blue that says peace. That says peace, love, and rock and roll. So my brother and I actually have some almost matching ornaments, which is kind of cute. It just shows the bond. I have these ornaments that I'm slowly replacing. That was my phone, sorry. That kind of represent my family heritage. So this represents my Native American ancestry. This is a dream catcher. I have one for Germany because my family's German. I have one for Canada because my great grandma was from Canada, so we're Canadian. So I have one for Canada. Not Canadian as I'm a Canadian citizen, but Canadian ancestry. So I have one for Canada. I have one for this is Great Britain, so this is England. I also have ornaments for Ireland and Scotland. So I get ornaments that represent my heritage as well. This one is important to me because this was the first what I call term adult ornament I ever got, and you can't see it very well. It is supposed to be the Virgin Mary with Jesus, and it has a Bible verse on the back. So this again is something related to my faith. But I like this because this was the first adult ornament I ever got because it was the first breakable one my mom ever let me get. My mom loves me. And then I have of course, Santa. I have to have Santa. Because it's adorable. So, and then the last two I'm going to show you, they are probably my most prized possessions. They are so fragile, I can't even hang them on the tree because they are over, I want to say, 50 years old. No, just about. So, this one is a Hallmark ornament from 1979. It's got a little Christmas scene on it and has a verse that says, "There is no time quite like Christmas for remembering friendships we cherish." And what's really interesting is this is back in the day where they would make the glass balls, and then instead of printing the scene on it, Hallmark actually had this line where this is just a wrapper. So this is just a wrapper. And this is pretty much all that is holding this ornament together. You'll see it better next month. But on some of my ornaments, like this one, it's so old that it is a crack right there. So this cannot hang on a tree because it is so fragile. So I have to get a case for this. So this one is one of my great-grandparents' ornaments. And then this one is a little scene, a red ornament with a little scene of reindeer, snow, and trees. This is also another one that belonged to my great-grandparents. I don't know what year this is from. I don't know how old it is. I think it's called a Shiny Bright. I don't know which company made this. I can't find any information about this. So these two I cannot hang on the tree because just like that one, this one isn't as old and brittle, but this one I'd be very afraid to hang on to a tree. So like I said, this is kind of the ornaments I'm talking about where they just kind of fall into my lap. I got these a couple of years ago when my mom was going through her ornaments and decided to divide some of them up between my brother and I. So this is what one of the ones I got. I just got that one. So these are precious to me. I can't put them out on display. I can't show them off. But they are so important to me because it's part of the tradition. My great-grandparents are kind of the ones that started the yearly ornament thing. And it just makes me feel happy to have a connection to them because when I was little, I lived so much like my dad's side of the family that I was looking for any way I could connect to my mom's side. So sewing like my grandma did, my great-grandma did, my great-grandpa apparently loved Christmas. He and I have the same favorite song. Our favorite song is actually Silent Night. So these ones are very important to me because they kind of serve as a connection to my past, to my great-grandparents who died. My great-grandfather died in 1986, so I think my great-grandmother died in 1984. So I never really got a chance to meet them. And they were such a huge influence on my mom. So that is one of the reasons I collect ornaments, that I love ornaments, because they're going to serve as a connection later in life to my descendants. So I just like these ones. And these are actually two of my favorites. But like I said, I have so many. You guys are going to see a lot more of them in November. Like I said, I'm going to do a massive video about setting up for Christmas. And basically that means the Sunday, I put up the tree. Tuesday, I put on the lights. Then Thursday, I just go hog crazy. I'm literally trying to turn my room into an elf bedroom, which is very interesting because of all the Star Wars posters. So I'm an elf with a huge addiction to Star Wars. So this ornament is actually the one that I actually wrap in tissue paper because I'm trying to keep it from breaking. And then I just take and layer this back in. So in a couple weeks, when I start decorating for Christmas, you guys will understand why I did not go full out and go totally crazy with my Christmas ornaments, because I have a tote that has boxes of Christmas ornaments, and I have a box that has Christmas ornaments. So I have like tons, like most of what's in my closet for seasons is Christmas. So I hope that answers your question. Thanks for asking. I always love talking about Christmas to people because I literally say, I'm a Christmas elf. I tell kids I'm Katie the Christmas elf, which when I tell kids that, I explain that Katie the Christmas elf means that I grew up and I still believe in the magic of Santa Claus and the message that he brings about giving and being kind and generous. And that since I still believe in that magic and the magic of Christmas, I have a special job from Santa to find good little boys and girls and make sure that they know what they, and have them tell me what they want for Christmas, and I let Santa know. And it's actually really funny to see these kids, their eyes light up and they get so excited, and it just makes me happy because the parents get excited too. Because I'm an adult and I'm there and I don't know what it is, but the parents get so excited when I talk about how I'm a Christmas elf, and I get the kids excited. And if the kids have been a little bit naughty, they immediately stop being naughty. So I think that's why parents like it. But I just love being able to go, hey, be a little bit nicer, and it's awesome. So thanks for asking. On to the next question from Mary McKillop. What kind of music do you listen to? Pretty much anything that is not overly sexual with a lot of swears and a lot of anything kind of dirty. I mostly listen to Christian pop. So I listen to bands like the Newsboys, Casting Crowns, Hawk Nelson. I also listen to one rock band. It's a Christian rock band called Skillet. I love their song Walk Like Lions. It's kind of become an anthem for my life. I also do listen to pop artists. I know this is weird, but I love Taylor Swift. I'm kind of sort of in love with her music. I love Taylor Swift. I actually slightly love a couple songs by Pitbull. And like I said, I don't like songs that have a lot of swearing in them. I actually do like Eminem, but that's because he's from Michigan. So I like Eminem's music. That's pretty much the only like really dirty music I listen to is Eminem and Pitbull. I listen to a lot of Disney soundtracks, so I have like on my player I have Frozen, I have Beauty and the Beast, I used to have the Little Mermaid, so I have a lot of like Disney music on my player, like remix Disney songs. Radio Disney songs. I have I have a song by Rita Yankovic. So really, I just listen to anything that kind of I like, and I can like get to move to and gets me pumped and excited. During Christmas, all that music I currently have will be taken off, and I'm going to replace it with Christmas music. My Christmas music is a little bit more wider in a variety of the artists. I have Elton John, Andre Botticelli, Jose Feliciano, Celtic Thunder, which I listen to all year round. They're a great band that my mom got me hooked on. Shania Twain, Celine Dion. I love Kelly Clarkson. Jackson 5, Gene Autry. I have a lot of songs from the Rankin Bass stuff. So really, like I said, it's just music that I kind of like. And I used to listen to a lot of more mainstream music when I was in high school and stuff, but I kind of moved away from it. So I really just my go-to radio station is a station called Smile FM. It's a Christian station. So to answer your question in a short way, most of my music is Christian pop with some rock. I listen to soundtracks. I have, of course, Star Wars. I love John Williams' Star Wars soundtracks. They're so pretty. I also found a hip-hop artist called Velcifer. I think that's his name. He has done a few Star Wars hip-hop songs, including a remix of Duel of the Fates, which I absolutely love. And he is the one singer on my playlist that has one kind of sexually suggestive song. It's called Whip Your Leku. I don't know why I haven't gotten rid of it. I'm just kind of bizarrely in love with that song. I don't know why. But I have some kind of, I don't know if it's eclectic. It's just that I don't know how to explain it. It's the same way with books. I say I read what speaks to me, what I like, and when I find something I like, I just listen to it over and over again. So I have that stuff, so like Newsbreak, that stuff on my player right now, but in a few weeks that's all going to get taken off and replaced with Christmas music. So I hope that answers your question, Mary. I'm sorry if I'm a little confusing. All right. On to these last few questions, all asked by the same person named Lisa Liu. Thank you, Lisa. She starts out with, Caitlin, I love your videos. I have a question. You mentioned you went to college, and I was wondering what you studied when you were there. And also, what's your second favorite movie series after Star Wars? All right, so college first. I started out going to Delta College, which my friends who went to Dow High with me, we called it Delta High because we got, as seniors at Dow High, we actually had harder classes than what we had at Delta College, which is basically a community college, and that's where a lot of people in the area start out at. But I went to Delta College, and while I was there, I was studying education. However, because of my dyslexia, which affects my ability with numbers and mathematical scientific symbols, I could not continue because apparently to get your teaching degree, you need to be like super good at trig and stuff. So I switched my major to graphic design, and with that came a change of college. That's when I went to Northern Michigan University in Marquette for a semester. And I really enjoy art. I'm decent at it. And then I realized I'm not good working doing art on computers. So at this point, I didn't know what to do. My mom told me just get a degree in accounting because it's an easy degree, and if you use it, you can always find a job. So I switched my major to accounting, and after a semester, I left NMU, which was also because of health issues. My anxiety was acting up really badly again, so my parents just wanted me home. So I came home and I had switched my major to accounting, and my last college I went to was Davenport University, and I was there for about a year and a half to 2 years. That's where I graduated from. I have an Associate's of Business Administration in Accounting. I was a member of the Dean's List pretty much every term while I was there. I was also inducted into the National Society of Leadership and Success, for which you have to be recommended by an administrator at your school, or you have to apply and have a certain GPA. I was recommended by the administrators at the Midland campus. I did the membership. I was inducted right before I finished Davenport, and I was inducted as a presidential member, which means I kept my GPA at an almost 4. I think it was a 3.9 or higher is what you get to be a presidential member. So I'm a presidential member of the National Society of Leadership and National Society for Leadership and Success, which basically means is that I was pegged as a natural leader. So I received all this extra like training and stuff and how to be a leader and the keys to success, which worked out great because now I'm a cashier at Staples. I have to laugh. I'm part of this really big thing, which is all about creating the next CEOs and power players, and I'm a cashier. But yeah, I went to Delta, NMU, and Davenport, and I have an ABA in accounting, and I really don't want to go back to school. As for my second favorite movie series after Star Wars, that's kind of hard. I did go through a period where I was a Twihard. I loved Twilight. I'm not anymore. I actually got rid of all the books. I had all of them. I don't know if you can call it a series, but I'm very much into anything Disney. I love like the Disney animated movies like Rapunzel, The Great Mouse Detective, Black Cauldron, Cinderella, Beauty and the Beast. I love the Disney animated movies. Also, I don't know if you can call it a series. North Pole and North Pole Open for Business. They're two Hallmark Christmas movies that star one of my favorite actresses, Bailey Madison, and then Open for Business also has Lori Loughlin in it. Those are two of my favorites. So I don't know if you can call those a movie series though. So honestly, Pirates of the Caribbean, I guess you could call a movie series. I like the Pirates movie. So I can't honestly say that I do have a favorite movie series after Star Wars because it's actually very hard for me to find movies I like, which is probably the reason why I keep watching Disney movies and Star Wars over and over again, because Disney is what I grew up watching, and then Star Wars is what I fell into. So, and then Christmas movies. The Wayne and Bass movies, if you consider those a series, I love those movies. So, I don't actually have an official second favorite movie series, but I do love the Disney animation features. I do love
the North Pole movies from Hallmark, and I love the Rankin Bass stuff. So sorry, I need you to be more definite in my answer. And then she had a few more questions. So what job did you have that you liked the best? Halloween store. It's very weird hearing that from me because my family doesn't believe in Halloween, and I celebrate it by just dressing up, but I don't believe in it. But the Halloween store was a lot of fun because it was just so informal and loose. I feel like that job gave me a better chance to interact with customers because I kind of am shy and quiet, but I'm very much a people person. So my first favorite would definitely have to be the Halloween store. It also gave me a chance to do a little bit of fashion, be a fashionista for a little bit because I do love fashion. I do love helping customers find the costumes. I really enjoyed it. And then my second favorite would be, and then for kind of a tie would be the job working for Balsam Shops Incorporated on Mackinac Island. Even though I got fired, I did meet a lot of nice people there. Again, I did interact a lot with the public, and I really enjoyed it. And though it turned out kind of sad in the end that I wound up, even it was the first job I ever got fired from, it still helped me grow as a person and gave me a chance to shine. So definitely the Halloween store, followed closely by Balsam Shops Inc. If you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be? Pizza. Supreme Pizza. It's like my favorite food on the planet. Like I always ask my mom. My mom's like, "What do you guys want for dinner tonight? Pizza? What do you want for pizza? What do you want for Thanksgiving? Pizza? What do you want for Christmas? Pizza?" Like I don't know what it is. And I used to actually hate pizza when I was younger, but as an adult, it's quickly become my favorite food. Yeah, pizza, hands down. I would eat pizza for the rest of my life. Pizza and poutine. I can't just have one favorite thing. I have like multiples. But pizza, definitely, I would eat nothing but pizza for the rest of my life. And supreme pizza, but then any pizza because you can get a variety. So, pizza. That was probably a quick answer. Pizza, 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 pizza. I'm basically a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. But yeah, pizza. Okay, next question. Who is your best friend? This is one I had to think about because I actually don't have a person I can call my best friend. I mean, I have Aaron Schaffner, who is, well, just Aaron, who is this guy I worked with at Staples I've been texting back and forth. He's a friend, but we're kind of in a weird phase trying to figure out exactly our relationship, so I can't really call him my best friend. I can't really say I have a best friend, and that stems from the fact that I I've never actually had that one person that I can call a best friend. And that's simply um, because of my personality. When I was little, I guess I kind of put up this barrier that sent kids the other way. So I was bullied a lot in elementary school, and then when I got to junior high, I was just desperately trying to fit in. So I acted like somebody I wasn't, and that continued through high school and a little bit in college, and then finally I'm not going to keep acting like someone I'm not. So in college is really when I started to become kind of a loner. It's why a lot of people think I'm snobby and standoffish when they first see me, is because I tend to be really shy and quiet, and overly polite. I was just raised polite. So I haven't really formed a connection with somebody that I can call them my best friend. It makes me sad. I actually don't hang out. Like, literally, this is the only people I hang out with on a regular basis are my mom, my dad, and my brother, and that's it. I do have friends. I hang out. The people I work with at Staples are really nice, and we have a lot of fun, especially me and Brendan, because we're both into Sortar. So I have had friends. I just haven't found that one person I can say is my best friend. Oh wait, yes I have. This is my best friend. No, this is Mr. Bumpy Thumpy, who for many, many years I have called my best friend. I've had him since I was a baby. He was a gift from my Aunt Chris. His heart used to beat. So I call him my best friend. So that is what is sad, is that I have for many years, this has been my best friend, has been Mr. Bumpy Thumpy. So yeah, sad but true, I don't actually have that one person I connected with on a level that I call them my best friend. I usually call my brother my best friend. That's what I'll go with. My brother is my best friend. But yeah, so outside of the family, I don't really socialize. Like I said, I think I'm off-putting to some people, especially in my hometown. So it's kind of hard for me to make friends here. So sad but true, I don't really have a large circle of friends. So sorry. Next question from Lisa. Who is your favorite celebrity? um, okay, so let me think. Who is my favorite celebrity? Ashley Eckstein. I don't know if I can call her a celebrity. But for those of you who don't know, Ashley Eckstein is the voice of Ahsoka Tano in Star Wars. She is also the founder of the design company Her Universe, which is where I get my Star Wars jacket, my lightsaber skirt you guys saw me wear, and the Leia shirt I wore to Star Wars Night at the Great Lakes Balloons. She is the person who runs that company. She is kind of amazing. I just got a book from her called It's Your Universe, which is basically a guide to setting up your goals and achieving them. So I consider her my favorite celebrity, especially learning about how she got her universe off the ground, as she realized there wasn't really any Star Wars clothing for women. So she decided to get the license to be able to do it, and took her a while. It took her about a year to originally get the license, and they didn't think it was going to do that well. And then it did well, but then she had to get into the retail market to be able to sell her clothes at a retailer. And so if they didn't, they were going to lose the license. And she was able to do that. And now Her Universe is this huge company that does clothing for not just girls anymore. They also do it for guys. And the range of products include everything from Star Wars to Disney parks, which she has a special line of clothes that she sells just at Disney parks because they're based on Disney parks rides. Oh, I'm going to delete the stuff. I don't want to do that. So yeah, she's my favorite celebrity because she plays one of my favorite characters in Star Wars, and she also just doesn't stop, and she's just incredible. I mean, the one story in From a Certain Point of View was actually a story she helped write. So she does pretty much everything, and she actually started out working at Disney World as a dancer. So she went from being just basically a singer and dancer to being a voice actress and an actress. She was in That's So Raven as Buffy, and now she's like a Star Wars, kind of almost a Star Wars icon. She plays a character that's become a Star Wars icon. She has a clothing company that's broken down some barriers, so it's really awesome. That's why she's my favorite celebrity. She's kind of my inspiration. Where would you go on a vacation if you could go anywhere in the world? This is gonna sound lame, but Disney World. Yeah, Disney World. I would love to go. I would love to go to Europe, but Disney World is a little bit closer. And the thing is, that I've been planning my perfect Walt Disney World vacation since I was in high school. My dad started when I was little. He would call that 1-800 number you would see during the Christmas parade from Florida, and he would get the vacation planning video, and then I switched to VHS. And then when I grew up, I started doing that. So I'm a huge Disney nerd. I'm a huge Disney fan. I know a lot of information about Disney parks in general that it kind of surprises people because I have never actually been to Disney World, Disneyland. I have never been to any sort of Disney park. In fact, I've only been to a Disney store like twice. But I am kind of sort of just obsessed with Disney. It's just this magical place. So ever since I can remember, I've always wanted to go to Disney World. And like I said, every year I plan my perfect Walt Disney World vacation. I get the latest guidebooks and I sit down and I plan out the hotel I'm going to stay at. I always say I'm going to stay for 7 days and 8 nights. Because I always want to stay for 7 days. 7 days and 7 nights because I just go home on the 8th day. So I stay for just about a week, about 8 days, and I plan the hotel I'm going to stay at, one of the value resorts. So I think I want to say the Art of Animation. The restaurant, I always plan one real sit-down dinner. I want to go eat lunch at the Primetime Cafe, which is at the Hollywood Studios, which is themed 50s. I plan which parks I'm going to go to on which date, and I do it in order of which park I'm going to have the most fun at. So Epcot would be, and which park I'm going to do the most stuff at. So one day, so I think the first day is Epcot. The second day is Animal Kingdom. Then I would take a day to go do one of the 2 water parks in downtown Disney. Then I would do Disney Studios and Magic Kingdom, and then with Star Wars Land, I have to plan an extra day because I think I would just want to do one entire day or half a day at Galaxy's Edge. So I plan what rides. I plan everything down to what shops I'm going to go to, where I'm going to get my quick service meals, what I'm going to wear, what I'm going to pack, what rides I'm going to go on. So I plan this out to like an inch of its life, and I do this every single year. And I've never actually gone to Disney World, so that's actually my dream vacation is to go to Disney World. And like I said, I plan for it every single year, and I never get to go. So, but it's fun because it's something that I always get to do, and maybe one day I'll get lucky and have a ton of money and get to go. Yeah, right. I'm never gonna get to go to Disney World. I just keep hoping. I'm an eternal optimist, so yeah, Disney World. Lame as it sounds, I want to go to Disney World. And then Lisa's final question is, do you think Tortilla Squad is a weird name for a group of friends? No, I don't. I honestly don't. I think it's a great name for your friend, for a group of friends. Call yourselves whatever you want. I had a friend that she and I were both into that anime Sailor Moon, and I would call her Minako, and she would call me Usagi. So, no. If you want yourself to be going as Tortilla Squad, have at it. More power to you. And that's it. That was the last question. So thank you guys so much for sending in those questions. I really enjoyed answering them. They made me think a little bit. Thank you so much for those of you who called me an inspiration. I honestly feel very humbled, and I don't see myself as an inspiration. I've actually thought many times about just stopping this YouTube channel and giving up on it because I feel like I'm not really reaching enough people. But then I see I get like 8 views. Even if I get 3 views, I get so excited because I know one of those views is mine. So thank you so much, you guys. You guys are my inspiration to keep doing this stuff and pushing myself to see how much further I can go and put myself out there. You guys are the reason that I'm trying to be more bold and be myself and be weird. So thank you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed this Q&A video. Back to normal next week. Hopefully I'll have something for you guys. So this is Caitlin, your favorite Michigan girl, sending you all lots of love, hugs, and prayers. Stay safe, stay sane, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, guys.